What's going on YouTube? How y'all doing today? So we out here at Brushy Branch. Out here with my buddy Jason. We're gonna get out here and see what we can do out here. Looking pretty good on the scope so far, so we'll see kind of what happens. But want to kind of give y'all a shout out. I'm gonna take y'all along for the ride today. Just gonna kind of let this record. I'll be talking some, but we'll see what we got here. Let's see here. Get this rod out. There we go. Alright, now I'm doing something I don't recommend. Don't try this at home. I do not have my PFD on. I got it with me. I just don't have it on. So, show y'all what we got here. So we got the GX2 light medium rod. A little trolling rod here. Whoops, I grabbed the wrong one. Look at me. See, I'm already screwing up this morning. Well, this is the one. So this is a Shimano rod. This is my little trolling setup. Shimano rod. Just a little Bass Pro Shops spinning reel. Got Beyond braid. 8-pound. I think this is the 4-core, and got the now let's see here. Let me drop this down just a hair. There we go. The Catfish Sumo little blade bait. So drag behind, it's just a little spoon bait with a hook on it. Using a swivel with this is a 15-pound fluorocarbon leader. Just, I don't know, 18 inches or so. But anyway, so that's what we got going on. And so we're going to get this out here while I'm cruising down through here. Give me just a second here, folks. Not very organized this morning yet. We'll just drop this one right back in here. There we go. So we're going to throw this out there. Y'all going to hear me mention Catfish Sumo a lot. I use quite a bit of their stuff. Try to give y'all kind of a little description of my what I've got as far as my rods and reels and such here. I'm gonna just kind of let that go out, cruise down through here about 2 miles an hour, and there we go, and just kind of let that run behind us, kind of troll along about 2 miles an hour. Anyway, as I was saying, y'all gonna hear me mention Catfish Sumo a lot. I use their rods, a lot of their tackle. I just find it, the customer service is absolutely amazing. The quality of their equipment has been great so far. You know, really like it. They got a lot of stuff, you know, and things that I like to use. So that's kind of what we're doing. I'll kind of give y'all a rundown on my like I say, my rods and reels and all that stuff as we go. But we're gonna get out here and give it a shot. We're gonna take y'all along for the ride. So we'll see what's going on, see what happens. So we're gonna slide on over here. My buddy that I'm out here with, Jason, he's over here, got him a little bobber, trying to catch us some bait fish here. So we're gonna see what happens. I'll bring this back in while I'm not moving. So
we're gonna go to this cove, I'm thinking.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I just was out here just hanging around.
Oh, I got you. All right.
Full driving.
I hear you. Alright, so we're going to go on over here in this little cove, see what we can catch up with. But so y'all that don't know, I'm in a native Titan X Propel 12.5. Jason's actually fishing out of the native Slayer Max LTE, one of the newer units they came out with. And I've been seeing some stuff on that new hammer they got out. Looks like it's going to be pretty cool, kind of a neat little combination of the Slayer LTE with some Titan X. Yeah, the kind of looks like a little bit of a mix between the two, so ought to be kind of cool. Like to check that out. I don't foresee myself upgrading or downgrading or whatever, but nonetheless. So let's see what's going on. I'll try to keep y'all in on the action. We get out here fishing. I'll try to kind of show you all the rods as we're catching and things to that effect. So here we go. Let's do this. Y'all coming on for the ride. Let's see here. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. I can't really tell where my camera's pointing, so y'all get to see my foot going by. Let y'all watch the ride for me while I'm steering and watching my scope. Y'all let me know if I get a bite. Like, reach up and set the hook for me or something. Looking at about 7 foot right now. So it's definitely deeper than what it was showing on C-Maps. Alright, y'all probably... Yeah, there you go. I'm not seeing much for them stumps and all they were talking about. I mean, like it on C-Maps, it was showing all through here. Yeah. There we go, get a little more shade on my face. So we're looking right into the sun. Let's slow it down a little bit, getting a little speedy here. I'm gonna cruise this thing along a little bit slower. See what we got. Jason, there'll probably be something over there by that fallen tree. Possibly. Well, I mean, you know, we'll go ahead and check things out. I'm just kind of making mental notes. There you go. Yeah, we're getting down about 3.5, 4 foot here. Few, little bit here and there. There you go. Got all this overhanging all right here, might be worthwhile.
About brushy is where there's grass, there's bat. That's what they say.
All right, y'all. Let's see what this little bad boy will do here. See if this little spoon will get us on something. And y'all, just to clarify, I am not a bass fisherman. Never been that great with it. I've tried, but I've just never done good with it. So we're just gonna kind of throw this spoon a little bit. I use this spoon more just for trolling than I do anything. But I got some other rods here for different stuff. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the worm out and see what we got. Alright, so now we will pull out the Abu Garcia here. Let me get some sunblock on here, folks. Don't want me burning up if we can help it. I know it's probably not the brightest idea to have a cigarette in my mouth while I'm spraying this, but, you know, again, don't try this stuff at home. Don't be like me. Alright. Heck, I'll get my biscuit out here in a minute. Chow down. Let's see here. Well, if I can get my worms out. Hope I didn't freeze them. Oh yeah, they good. Alright, I'm gonna pause y'all, not bore y'all, and then we'll be back with you once we get a fish on. Alright y'all, we back. So apparently if I just let this camera sit, it'll just turn off. So yeah, we're just gonna have to do what we got to do here. Uh-oh. So I thought the camera was on, but I was wrong. So come on. As I was headed over here to where I'm at now, just kind of backed in up on some shallows. Had that little Catfish sumo spoon out and caught a little, probably 1.5 pound largemouth bass. So in this case, that's actually like a PB for me because that was the first bass I've ever caught. Don't do a lot with bass. I used to do some bass fishing and I wasn't very good at it, so I went back to catfish fishing like I'm doing now. I'll show you what I got right quick. So we got the remember I mentioned earlier about the Catfish Sumo, the Catfish Sumo kayak catfish Gallywhopper rod, heavy medium power, moderate action catfishing rod. It's a signature series. I've got a Catfish Sumo reel. It's Catfish Sumo 40-pound mono. A Catfish Sumo sinker. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. There's a little insert inside of it so it doesn't mess your line up. Got my swivel. Catfish Sumo safety leader. It's a 80-pound mono leader with a 10-aught hook. So we out here trying to catch these big boys. So we're gonna cast this out here in just a second and see what we can do. pretty happy about the deal with the with that bass, because I've never caught a bass, so pretty cool. But I'm just using some Walmart great value extra large peeled and deveined tail on frozen shrimp. But we just gonna kind of thread this on there and get the hook back out. Well, if I can get it to go on, there we go. Make sure we ain't got nothing on the stuck on the barbs there. There we go. So I'm just gonna take this, cast this out, and see what we can do. So my buddy was just telling me a minute ago that last time he was out here, the catfish were actually like top water feeding. So I thought that was pretty cool. But we're gonna do a little deep fishing here. Get it on out there, let it sit on the bottom, and see what we got. This will be one of the first times I've ever actually tried casting this rod, so y'all may get a nice little blooper reel here. We'll see what happens. Well, that wasn't too bad. Got on out there like I wanted it to. We'll go ahead and snug that on up. Let that sit. Get this other rod and all out here. And see if we can't get us put a fresh worm on here. And see if we can't get us a brim or catfish or something to that effect. Here comes this bass boat just blasting through. No consideration for anybody else. He's the only one on the lake, I guess. Just wide open. Almost coming down through here, you know. But that's alright. That's what they do, so it's all good. It is all good. I'm just going to swap this out here real quick. Well, now it slows down. But yeah, we got that shrimp out there. So we're going to see what happens with that. Let that sit. We're just kind of fishing it on the bottom. Shrimp will probably float up just a little bit. And go from there. We're going to get us a little fresh worm on here. See if we can catch some bait fish. I'd like to, you know, get a hold of some bluegill or brim. Crappie maybe, even. And that old bird decided he wanted to talk to y'all. But anyway. So, and for those that don't know, I'm using red worms, and you can definitely catch catfish on red worms. They will definitely eat red worms. So, you know, little smaller setups, and they will catch that. I don't think I finished telling y'all about what what my small reel is here. So, GX2 little light action, I think. Let's see, medium, excuse me, medium action rod, like 6 foot Abu Garcia reel that my buddy that I'm out here fishing with actually hooked me up with. And then I've got a 6/0 circle hook. It's got a little worm sinker on there, a swivel. So we're gonna get this out there and see if we can't catch us some small fish. I'm just glad that I didn't get skunked. So makes for a good day. I just wish I could have got it on camera, but you know, again, I'm still learning a lot of this stuff and how it all works. So, you know, y'all just have to bear with me. But let's see here. What we're gonna do this like this. Just kind of turn that around. Sit in there like that. See if we can catch a little small fish and see if we can catch this catfish. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. So y'all just have to deal with me sitting here yapping whatever, since this camera don't want to stay on unless it's actually filming or something. See, well, let me get this rod out of the way. Go ahead and throw that back there. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. We're just out here hoping for the best. Pretty calm lake. Water temp's about 84.5 degrees, it looks like. So this is kind of a little channel right up through here, so hoping we'll have some fish coming through, and you know, catch us a kitty or two. It'd be awesome to hook into a flatty, you know, few decent little blues or flatties. I'll take a channel cat, but not really my preference. Well, and here goes that guy blasting through again. Went and picked up all his buddies, and now he's blasting back through here. You know, because there, like I said, there ain't nobody else on the lake, you know. But you know, it looks like Jason is about to slide on over here a little bit. Thought I was getting a bite there for a second. It's just the wake from old boy rocking the boat. The boats are rocking, don't come knocking. Anyway, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop here and then see what we can do with it here. We'll catch y'all in a little bit. Alright, y'all, so we back. We make sure y'all was on recording. Yeah. There we go. We're going down through here, moving on over to a little different spot, and see what we can do. Got my little trolling deal back out. See if we can't catch us another little bass, and go from there. So I'm impressed. Lake's not super busy, and we're up here around Rome, Georgia, but not super busy. You know, a few boats here and there. I had the one guy that wanted to blast through here wide open, no consideration for anybody else. But anyway, we got the Catfish Sumo spoon back out there. And again, y'all, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Like I said, I really like their products. Their customer service up there has been phenomenal. Had a little small issue with one of my orders, and they like took care of it immediately. You know, replaced what didn't excuse me, what didn't show up. You know, post office kind of screwed up on delivering my fishing rod, that first Signature Series rod I bought, and like they were ready to just ship out another one, and mine finally showed up. And by the time it showed up, it was actually, the packaging was damaged, but the way they pack it on the inside is so good that even though the box was like, the outside tube was broke and torn, the rod was still perfectly fine. So thought that was pretty cool. But they just, like I said, great people to deal with, and they got some great products up there for sure. So you know, be worth kind of checking them out if y'all want some good catfishing products and all. They've got reels, rods. Like I said, I run the Signature Series rods just because I like those rods. But they've got several different rods, and you know, the customer service is top notch. Pricing's good. And they got all kinds of stuff, not just catfishing stuff. You know, and then like I said, these spoons seem to work really well. I've been real impressed with them, and then I know Justin with Catfish uses them, and has had real good luck with them. He uses them a lot for catching like skipjack and such. But definitely worth checking them out. Like I said, I have no sponsorship. Everything that I've got from them, I bought and paid for out of my pocket. So you know, but good stuff. Worth checking them out. Right up there in good old Chattanooga, Tennessee. But anyhow, so that's kind of where we at. But we're trying to get over here on this spot, hoping we can kind of troll down through here and catch another little bass or something. We can go hit a couple little spots over here. I'm seeing looks like it might be pretty good. Some little trees overhanging and such. And maybe try to kind of get in here and see if we can pick up a little bit of some bait fish or whatever to throw out there. Get out there in the main channel of this lake and see what we can do. But anyhow, we can go cast over here for a few minutes, see what we got, and be back with y'all shortly. Alright, y'all. So had two firsts today. I gotta say, I'm highly impressed, and again, I'm gonna sing Catfish Sumo's praises. I had to tie this one on. It's a little bit different than the one I had. This has got two hooks versus a single hook, because I was cruising down through there and hooked into about a 16 to 18 inch flathead just now, and it ended up breaking me off. Y'all, that was crazy. That was freaking nuts. I was reaching down to grab it in the mouth and bring it up into the boat, into the kayak, and he shook his head, and this 15-pound fluorocarbon leader snapped. It wasn't like a huge flatty or nothing, don't mistake what I say, but that was wild. I ain't never caught a catfish, much less a flatty, on a jig. So pretty cool anyway. I wish I could have got a picture. I wish I could have got the camera on. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do either. So there we are. You just have to take my word for it. Still having some technical difficulties here, but we're getting there with it. Anyway, we'll be back with y'all shortly. Y'all, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm just kind of dragging my got a dragon sinker on there, and kind of dragging down through here. Like I said, I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it this way. So again, I don't know if y'all can see that, but when you're dragging, just kind of, it'll do that as that sinker's dragging across the bottom, but it's got a float set up on it, so my bait's and my hook's kind of up and floating. This current keeps doing me crazy here. Like it's running me nice and straight, and then it starts spinning me. So I don't know how much y'all can see. But it's that's my graph. Put y'all back up front here. So we just kind of making our way down through here. I got my other rod suspended. Let's see if I can bring these dragon setups up here. It'd be more of a pain to get them up here than it's worth. Things attached all wonky here, wrapped around each other. But anyway, we so the rod I was just showing you is my other Golly Whopper Catfish Sumo signature kayak Catfish signature series Golly Whopper rod. And then I've got a 40-pound Beyond braid on that. Thing keeps spinning me. Sorry, y'all. Having to get my bearings corrected here. For some reason the rudder's not keeping me where I want to be. Get spun back around here. Down in this channel. Got myself going a little faster than I want to be. Kind of get back in this little ridge here, but anyway, like I was saying, Catfish or kayak Catfish signature series Golly Whopper rod, and I've got a Shimano Speedmaster LD2 2-speed reel on there. Thing's an absolute beast. Like I said, the 40-pound Beyond braid braided line, and then with the 8-pound or 80-pound mono leader, and then it's tied on with a swivel. So that's the swivel, and then I got the dragon sinker, Catfish Sumo knotless catfish rattle, and again a 10-aught hook. Once I get some more stinger flies, I'll show y'all those. I'll tie them on. But right now I'm out, and I lost a bunch of them up there at Hartwell for basically nothing because I didn't catch anything. So it is what it is. That's just how it goes fishing. So but anyway, we just kind of drifting down through here, letting the current take us. We moving along about half a mile an hour, and just letting that dragon sinker run. And then I've got my suspended line sitting over here. I've just got it dropped down, just kind of suspending because we're kind of floating, so it'll it'll put there just probably about a foot and a half off the bottom there. So we're just kind of drifting down through here. I said trying to stay in this channel. But the way the wind keeps doing me here, that or it's this rod getting tugged on. Maybe this rod, this dragging setup, just kind of bite me. Oh, fish on. Nope, just a snag. Okay. Yep, that was just a snag. Well, it did there. I thought there was a fish on there, but got a little excited. Just a little snagged up there, which will happen occasionally. There'll be something on the bottom that it'll kind of hang up on a little bit, but that's what those dragon sinkers are for. When you run that floating rattle, so your hook's kind of up off the bottom some, and the dragon sinker's what's, you know, running along the bottom. It's not really going to get hung on nothing in general. I mean, not saying it can or it won't, but it's, you know, in general, it's not going to get snagged up so easy. And then you got that floating rattle and all that keeps your bait and your hook kind of up off the bottom some. And like what I'm seeing, most of these fish are running about a foot and a half, 2 foot off the bottom, so I should be getting that bait right there in their face. So maybe it'll work out for me. And this wind is crazy. It's like the wind and the current is just nuts. It's moving me all over the place. This is why you need that trolling motor. Trolling motor will keep your speed steady and keep you on course, you know. But we will get there. We will definitely get there one day. Have that trolling motor on here and be able to do what we need to do. We're just gonna stay out here working on it, and okay, we're right here off this point, and it looks like it's loaded up with fish, so maybe we'll get something right here. Let's see what happens. See what we got here. Give me something else to eat. Every time I try to eat a little something, that's when I get bit. Telling y'all, this covering up this screen. That or there's just a whole ton of crap floating around, but several of those pieces look like fish. So let's see what we got, see if we can get us a fish on here. So I've got a sonar, down scan, and side scan running right now. Of course, side scan's about useless at this speed. You're not going to get an accurate picture with side scan. You need to be running about 1.5 to 2 miles an hour at least to get a effective picture. I mean, like 2 to 3 miles an hour is kind of the ideal of where you want to be. So, but like I said, there's either a whole ton of stuff down there or a whole bunch of fish. My guess it's fish, because my buddy even said this spot right here, like down through here, is where he's caught more fish here than anywhere. Let's see if we can get something on this shrimp. They're getting a pretty good pull here. I don't know if we snagged or what. Fish right there that I'm seeing. See if we can get this bad boy spin back around here. I think I just had a nice little bite on my suspended rod. But he didn't get it. Fish just jumped right over there. I'm seeing fish, so I should be able to catch something. Now I've just got shrimp on there because I didn't catch any bait fish. So we will see what happens here as that dragon rod comes through. Oh yeah, I'm definitely seeing there's some bait fish down closer to the bottom. The water's pretty hot, so about 85 degree water temp on the surface, so it's probably going to be harder to get a bite, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, there's some bass or something jumping around. There's definitely fish in here. Like I said, I caught that one flatty off that spoon. That was kind of cool. Yo, I gotta get me a trolling motor. This is driving me nuts. Having to keep working it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So those of y'all that know me know I'm a Diet Dew addict. It's horrible for me, but I'm definitely a Diet Dew addict. I drink way too much of it. Go on, you old bee. There ain't nothing here for you. But so this is the first time I've done the dragon thing. First time I've had the setup out. So we just kind of cruising down through here checking. Need to check. I think my buddy that I'm fishing with said he caught a bass and a catfish so far. up there in that little cove that he's in. Ta-da. Up in that little cove he's in. So, it sent me a couple of pictures. I need to check them. He may have texted me or something, I don't know. But anyhow, so we just kind of drifting down through here. I don't know how many of y'all are experienced with dragging like this. Like I said, it's my first time, so I've seen and been told that it works really well. I know, there's a lot of the tournament guys and all that like to do the suspend fishing, or excuse me, planer boards, and I personally just never really got into planer boards, even when I've been out on boats with my buddies and stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It just kind of really hasn't been my thing. So it's funny, I'm sitting here watching this graph and watching my rods, and every time I come up to one of these openings, like where there's a little cutoff or, like a cove or a creek or something, there's these points. That's where I start seeing all these fish. They all kind of hanging out in this deeper water on these points. So wind and currents kind of slowed down a little bit here, it seemed like. Alright, let me check the old phone here real quick. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, he caught him a little small catfish. Heck yeah. Alright, there we go. So y'all, one of the things I do, like when I'm not recording, when I'm just out here fishing, is listen to, I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Different things, different times. Do some like fictional, like paranormal type stuff and all. And then a lot of times I'll listen to like personal development podcasts and audiobooks and stuff. Kind of neat. You end up learning a lot, and kind of, even from like the paranormal books and all, you kind of learn some neat stuff, just, concepts to think about, and, what if XYZ happened, or, things like that. It's just kind of something to pass the time, but at the same time, just kind of one of them things. So let's see, there's a little line out on this rod. Of course, now it's trying to spin me back around because I was busy letting line out. Got the rudder turned, but got that resistance and tried to spin me back around a little bit. Alright. So So now we're just sitting out here relaxing. We CatYakkin. You know, just kind of letting the current pull us. Like I said, we got enough current that it's moving us about half a mile an hour or so, which is about where you want to be, 0.5 to 0.7 dragging. So instead of having that suspending rod down like it is, I probably should swap it over to a dragging rod, dragging setup. I just need to reel it in and retie it, but so far I hadn't had any luck with the dragging, so we're just gonna kind of keep doing what we're doing, see what happens. Slowing down just a hair, give it a little kick, pick it back up. There's some nice fish coming across the screen. They just ain't liking what I got out there. It's pretty, when you're doing this kind of thing, it's pretty vital, you know, if you can get some bait fish, that's your best bet. You know, come out the day before or whatever, pick you up some bait fish, do a little ultralight stuff, you know, whatever, and kind of, that's gonna be about your best bet. But you know, it's not always possible, so we just making do with what we got. Like I said, we just got the shrimp on, getting a little warm. Probably getting that all over the camera, ain't I? Sorry about that, y'all. Gotta make sure y'all are sun protected too. Clean that off a little bit. There we go. But anyway, so we're just doing what we do, and you know, sitting out here and relaxing, enjoying the day on the water. You know, fortunately, caught a couple fish, so not a horrible day by no means. But of course, want to catch more. Want to catch some bigger fish. You know, that bass was probably 1.5 pounds, and that flatty was probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 pounds maybe. You know, nothing too crazy. But shoot, I'll take 100 of those 6 to 7 pounders like that, especially being that it was caught, the rod that it was caught on, you know, is a medium action rod, so kind of the you know, 8-pound mono with that 15-pound fluoro leader, so pretty fun little battle. And you know, if y'all are familiar with flatheads, the way they do, they don't start fighting until you get them up to the surface. And that's definitely how that fish did, because he went under the boat and everything. Like he had that rod doubled over. I was beginning to worry that the rod was gonna break the way he was fighting. So that was a fun catch right there. Wouldn't have been near as enjoyable on the gollywhopper rods, but you know, it's always fun to catch a bigger fish on a light tackle like that. Makes for a good fight and a lot of fun. But anyhow, running my yap and do a little relaxing, and watch these rods for a little while. So we'll be back. Alright, y'all, like I was telling you, that spoon works. Got me another little bassy bass. Nice. That spoon has been the trick today. That's caught everything I've caught. So, telling y'all, look into it. Catfish sumo spoon, definitely worth it. Worth every penny. And yeah, and all I'm doing is trolling it. I'm not even like throwing it. I'm just trolling down through here about 1.7, 1.8. I kind of throw it out and let some line out and get it, you know, get about probably 20 yards or so, 20 feet rather, behind me, 15, 20 feet, something like that, and let it eat. So, telling y'all, good stuff. Second bass I've ever caught, and so like I said, I caught that flatty. So see, we're just gonna kind of let it run out here for a little bit, and go from there. I'll let it kind of get back behind us a little ways, and that's how you do it. I didn't even really have to set the hook. As soon as I saw it going crazy, I just gave it a tug and brought it up, and bam, there we go. Fish on. Anyway, see, I do know how to catch fish, believe it or not. I know it don't look like it, don't seem like it, but there we go. So, heck yeah. Alright, y'all. So, like a big dummy, I forgot to do a closing on that last video. So, got the yak back at the house. So I'm just doing this, gonna add this on in there, and then we'll have this thing posted up here shortly. I finally got the editing software kind of semi figured out, so I'll be able to add this in tomorrow and get it situated, and then once I get home I will upload it and we'll go from there. So just kind of letting y'all know. And anyway, hope y'all have enjoyed the video, and please definitely like, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll show you this real quick. So since I got back and all, pick that up, so we will be able to set this up, adjust it, and you know, you won't be having to sit there and stare up my shorts. And anyway, so we're gonna do what we gotta do, but just want to let y'all know. And I appreciate your time watching. I appreciate the views, and you know, like I say, like, subscribe, share, turn on notifications. I'm gonna try to, you know, do at least one video a week, whether it's fishing or, you know, like actually fishing, or boat mod or kayak mods or whatever. But anyway, we're gonna do something, so I appreciate it, y'all, and we'll catch y'all on the next one.